What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here with your top 5 stories from the past 24 hours. Today, we've got a lot of Star Wars news, some Flash, Walking Dead, and more in Comic Book Now. First of all, if you're looking for some standalone Star Wars movies, you will be in luck, which we will get to in a second, but we have to start with some bad news for Bubba Fett fans. As it turns out, the movie, which was canceled after Josh Trank's exit a few months ago, has been revealed to be Bubba Fett. As the rumor went, it would have told the backstory of the galaxy far, far away's best mercenary, but now you'll have to do a little reading or using your imagination for that. That said, the future of Star Wars movies appears to be in the standalone fashion. In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy says the studio will take a look at what has worked between Rogue One and The Force Awakens this January in order to evaluate the studio's plan going forward. The idea of possibly doing strictly standalone films going forward is one which is being tossed around with an Avengers-type ensemble. But after Rogue One, Episodes 8 and Episodes 9, as well as a Han Solo movie, are the only movies in the plans. Next up, major spoilers for last night's episode of The Flash. You've been warned as the identity of Alchemy was finally revealed. As it turns out, Alchemy is none other than Julian Albert. Yeah, Draco Malfoy is wielding the Philosopher's Stone. Now, I don't want to sit here and say I called it, but yeah, I called it, and I'm sure a lot of you watching did too. With the big Fortnite crossover coming up, I'm assuming, this story is going to somehow wrap up in the next couple of weeks. We'll have to see. A new rumor has Walking Dead fans flipping out, even though it's completely false. An IMDb episode page puts Whisperers in Season 7A episodes well ahead of their introduction from the comics. However, the Whisperers are not coming this Sunday, nor are they coming on the next two. Scott Gimple told ComicBook.com over the weekend, though they may arrive earlier than expected, according to his tease, by comparison to the comics. Still, don't expect to see the group anytime soon. Instead, expect to see a very new group arriving this Sunday ahead of their comic book introduction as Tara and Heath complete the longest supply run in the show's history. And finally, before we get to your questions, start leaving those below and I will answer the best I can. Kevin Feige has brought down Mjolnir on any potential Avengers XMen crossovers. The Marvel Studios head honcho says that it is an impossibility at this juncture, meaning no, we're not going to see the X-Men in Infinity War. I know, tears, major bummer. At least the studios are on good terms, though. Now we know that after the deal involving Negasonic and Ego. But apparently not good enough to make our dreams come true. Most importantly, I think that we just want to see the Fantastic Four make their way home. The X-Men could be salvaged. Feige also said other things such as recasting Captain America and Iron Man is always a possibility going forward, but not one which he is exploring right now. For more from Feige, and there's a lot more, check out ComicBook.com. And right now, we're going to hit the comment section to see what you guys want to talk about. That Feige stuff on recasting, that's some interesting news because he did point out James Bond has been recast. A lot of characters. Look at Han Solo. It's been recast and it's worked. Hey, Sky Patterson, loyal viewer. Is that a Chucky shirt from Rugrats? Yes, it is. I got it in the Nickelodeon version of Loot Crate. It's a pretty cool random box. Got it at Comic-Con. I think they're still available. Came with some glasses too. Do you think they will kill off Carl and just have him leave if he decides to go to college? We're going to go into this in depth on The Walking Dead on ComicBook.com in a little bit, but I'll touch on it now. At 2:30 Eastern Time, we'll be live on that Facebook page. But yeah, Chandler Riggs was accepted to Auburn University. His dad went on Facebook and put this post out. 7-year contract complete. I don't think they're going to kill Carl. I think they're going to renegotiate Carl's contract, and he's going to make even more money. He's going to go to college, and he's going to have a really good time. Any news on the DC TV crossover? There's just been more images coming out, teasers coming out slowly. Legion of Doom seems like they're coming in on Legends of Tomorrow. I could totally see them being a factor in the crossover. Not 100% sure on that though. But yeah, I hosted Neil McDonough's panel at Heroes and Villains Fan Fest over the weekend, and he had some heavy teases about the Legion of Doom, and the crossover sounds awesome. Any chance of Iron Man 4? I think Captain America Civil War was the closest thing we're going to get to Iron Man 4. Unfortunately, I would love to see an Iron Man 4. Hopefully, it'd be better than Iron Man 3. But yeah, will we get an Inhumans movie? We're getting the IMAX version of the 2 episodes next year. I think it's September that they're going to hit IMAX, and we're not. I think that's the closest thing we're ever going to get to an Inhumans movie. I think they have plenty of other plans. Do I think they should recast Captain America or Iron Man? Not just yet. I think they got plenty of life left in Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr., and they got plenty more characters to use before they do any recasting and reintroducing. I think you got Bucky Barnes, Captain America, before you get another actor as Steve Rogers. And look, they already recast Rhodey, and that worked just fine. Terrence Howard in the first Iron Man, and now you got Don Cheadle. So let's get one last question here. What Star Wars standalone would I like to see? Ooh, man. I mean, Bubba Fett would have been cool because he looks cool, at least. He's a cool-looking character. He was kind of the most underused character ever. If they could find a good story for that, I bet you they do it anyway. I would have to say Bubba Fett's probably the safe bet. We're already getting Han Solo, which I didn't want to see. I think that might taint the character a little bit. Anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know what Star Wars character you want to see get a standalone movie in the comment section. And if you have more questions, guys, send them my way on Twitter at BrandonDavisBD. We can talk all Turkey Day long if you want. And we'll be back on Friday for Comic Book Now. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow at Comic Book on Twitter and at Comic Book Now on Instagram for all your news. See you there.